We are back. NFL post week 16, before week 17, power rankings. We only have 2 weeks left, which is sad. This NFL season, it's had its ups and downs for sure, but it's been a pretty fun one. Pretty interesting. But starting out at 32, actually before we get into that, let's take a quick look at the standings and the playoff picture. So in the AFC North, you have, well, let's not actually go over that. We'll just go over the playoff picture. So Chiefs are currently the 1 seed. They have clinched playoff spot and division. Titans are currently 2nd seed. They haven't clinched. Bengals are currently 3 seed, haven't clinched. Bills are currently 4 seed, haven't clinched. Colts are 5 seed, haven't clinched. Patriots are 6 seed, haven't clinched. Dolphins are 7 seed, haven't clinched. And Texans, Jaguars, and Jets have all been eliminated from the playoffs. Next, we have the Packers, who have clinched their playoff spot and division at 1. We have the Cowboys at 2, who have clinched division and playoff spot. We have the Rams at 3, who have clinched a playoff spot. We have Buccaneers at 4, who have clinched playoff spot and division. We have Cardinals, who are 5, who have clinched a playoff spot. We have 49ers, who are 6, who haven't clinched, and Eagles, who are 7, who haven't clinched. And the Seahawks, Panthers, Giants, Lions, and Bears are all eliminated from the playoffs. Alright, now at number 32, we're officially getting started. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2-13, staying the same. You've lost 7 straight. You lost to a Jets team that quite capably is the Jets. Zach Wilson ran all over you guys on one play. I mean, if you're going for the tank, you practically completed it. You just have the lines to compete with, so good job. At 31, 2-12-1, staying the same. I have the Detroit Lions. Good job, Lions. You put up a good fight against Atlanta with your backup quarterback, but you lost. That keeps Atlanta in the playoff hunt. I believe it would have been even if they lost, but you could have knocked the team out, and you're probably not getting the number 1 overall pick because the Jaguars know how to lose out because they're that bad. Number 30, I have the Jets, who are 4-11, staying the same. You barely beat a Jaguars team. I can't be sold on you. You're the Jets. You've been eliminated. You've been eliminated for a while, so you winning does nothing but ruin your draft pick. At number 28, or not 28, 29, I have the New York Giants, who are currently 4-11. Going down a spot, our first movement. New York, New York, New York. You lost. Hold on, I forgot what the freaking score was. Where you lost 34-10. That's horrible. That puts the Eagles in the playoffs now. That's something you did not want. And that officially eliminated you guys from the playoffs. So, double blow there. But you also said you'd be rolling with Joe Judge and Daniel Jones. So, that more than likely mean at least one more season without the playoffs. At number 28, I have the Carolina Panthers. Down 2 spots. Good job, Carolina. You did it. You lost 32-6. I believe you played all 3 of your quarterbacks at least one snap that game. What are you doing? I can understand having one of them start and for Cam Newton putting him in occasion because he can run the ball. But what? You're eliminated from the playoffs. Good job. That Cam Newton signing was worth absolutely nothing besides taking money from you. Cam Newton, unless if he gets gets signed for like bare minimum to be a, Taysom Hill gadget type player, he's out of the league. Panthers 28. That's why you're going down 2 spots. Well, 27. I have the Texans moving up 2 spots. Good job, Houston. Jesus. Ooh. Putting on an absolute clinic. Not really. On the Los Angeles Chargers. I can't believe the Chargers lost. Why are you losing that game, Chargers? You are now out of the playoffs, but you're still in the hunt. Good job, Houston. You're ruining your draft capital, but at the same time, you're ruining other teams' chances at making the playoffs. And with those other teams, they already have such a pretty decent record. They won't have a good draft pick, so yeah. At number 26, going down 2 spots, I have the Seahawks. You guys lost 25-24. Very close game. Just couldn't pull it together in time. But it's okay. You were more than likely not making the playoffs. But now it's official. First time Russell Wilson's not making the playoffs as a starter, I believe. So, tough season for you guys. But you could probably bounce back. Number 25, going up 2 spots. Chicago Bears. The Bears pulled a freaking trick out of John Harbaugh's playbook, but the difference is they actually did it successfully. You won 25-24 against the Seahawks team. That does nothing but ruin your draft capital. But, they wouldn't really have made the playoffs anyway. So, you probably could have lost that game, and if you were worried about them making the playoffs, they probably wouldn't have, but it's fine. At number 24, I have the Atlanta Falcons, who are currently 7-8, going up a spot. So, yeah, you lost. And by lost, I mean you won, but at the same time, you barely beat a backup quarterback. So did you really? And who was on the line? So did you really win? Hold on. Sorry, had to sneeze there. But yeah, you lost and won at the same time. And I don't think you're making the playoffs because you're Atlanta. And even if you do, I expect a blowout from you in the first round. Like, you're probably not going to play well at all. At number 23, I have Washington. They got to stay the same. Funny record 6-9. Washington, I believe you're down to it's like a 3% chance now of making the playoffs. You can't go 7-9 again and make the playoffs. Well, 8-9 in this scenario, I guess. I mean, you could, but you gotta come out here and hope you get lucky. And you can do just that. But for now, I'd say probably just hang up the towel until next season. Try and get yourself the best draft pick possible so you can get a quarterback. Number 22, Denver. 7-8, you stay the same. Apparently, Denver at 7-8 has less than a 1% chance of making the playoffs. And that sucks for you, Denver. So, yeah, your season's practically done. But, I mean, you can still make the playoffs somehow. So, do that. At number 21, I have the Browns. They get to go down a spot. Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. This just shows how good you can be. OBJ is the problem. Okay, if OBJ is so-called problem, why the heck is Baker Mayfield throwing 4 interceptions? And 2 of them were dropped, so that could have been 6. On Christmas Day. The Packers not playing the second half of football gave you guys a chance to win that game, but Baker Mayfield being the mediocre but serviceable quarterback he is, you get an interception. You get an interception. Like, what are you doing, Baker? You got drafted first overall, and you're turning into Cam Newton now. Enjoy. You know. Yeah. You're done. You're probably out of the playoffs. At number 20, going up a spot, I have the Las Vegas Raiders, who are currently 8-7, going up a spot. Winner of this game kept their hopes alive in the playoffs. Loser, practically eliminated, which is what Denver's doing. But congratulations, Las Vegas. You keep playing, and it means something. Well, so does Denver, but they're done. You're 8-7, third in your division. But at the same time, I believe like you could easily take over the 7th seed depending on the scenarios. You'll be at 20. At 19, I have the Steelers going down. How many spots? 1. Just because every team below them I think is worse than them. How do you lose 36-10 or whatever that score was? You had your chance to, get into the playoffs as the 7th seed, but Kansas City said no. Now you're in a situation where if you lose, you're eliminated from your division. Same with you, Cleveland. Same with you, Baltimore or Cincinnati. If you win Cincinnati, you clinch your division. Pittsburgh, I don't even think you should be trying anymore. I do feel like you have the advantage with that tie at this point now. It's serving as a disadvantage at the moment, but that tie could come in very handy. But it depends how these last 2 games shape out. And even then, even if you do make the playoffs, you're probably going to be more than likely a 1 and done. At number 18, I have the Saints. They get to go down 2 spots at 7-8. You lost to a very close game. It wasn't close at all. You were playing with your 4th-string quarterback and your emergency backup, Alvin Kamara. And yeah, you lost. It's okay. Bounce back next week, right? No, that's not how it's going to be. With all these injuries, you guys might as well hang up the cleats. You're not going to be doing anything very well. But knowing you guys, you won't. At number 17, I have the Vikings, who go down nowhere. They stay the same. Good job, Vikings. You almost beat the Rams, with the Rams having costly turnovers. And yet you still couldn't win. Sounding a bit like the Browns. I believe a Eagles and 49ers win, and you losing, you're eliminated. So you got to hold on for dear life. But you're the Vikings, so I feel like you'll somehow manage to make the playoffs. Speaking of Eagles, entering our top 16, at 16, going up 3 spots, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Good job, Eagles. You put on a pretty decent win against the the Giants, but it's the Giants. You're now officially the 7th seed in the NFC. And honestly, I feel like you could make a run for the playoffs if you really use your cards right. So go on, Eagles. Number 15, I have the Chargers. Great job, Chargers. You lost to the Texans. Hence the reason why you're going down 4 spots. How do you lose to the Texans? Oh, Davis Mills seems like a pretty solid quarterback, to be honest. But I believe Justin Herbert's a better quarterback, and yet he lost. You guys got to win those games. You're now out of the playoffs. You got to hope you can pull some magic off. And by magic, I mean you got to hope some teams make some costly mistakes, which I don't know if they will. It sucks, I know. You guys thought this could have been your year, but listen, I think you could probably be the best team in the league next year, depending on how you draft and who you decide to re-sign. At number 14, going down 2 spots, I have... There they are. The Baltimore Ravens. You lost 41-21 to the Cincinnati Bengals. Your defense, even though you were very injured, non-existent. Joe Burrow threw for 525 yards and 4 touchdowns. T. Higgins went for 194 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase went for like 125 yards and a touchdown, I think. Tyler Boyd went for 85 yards and a touchdown, I think. Joe Mixon went for like 60 in the air and a touchdown. What are you doing? You're practically done if you're that injured, I'd say. There's no point in trying because you're that injured. Because even if you make the playoffs, you're probably a one and done. At number 13, I have the Miami Dolphins. Good job, Dolphins. You came away with a good win. 20-3, I believe the final score was. I was watching that game, and I freaking turned it off like in the 3rd quarter and just went to sleep because I couldn't enjoy it. It was that boring. But you guys won very convincingly. You're now the 7th seed in the playoffs, so you went from losing 7 straight to winning 7 straight. Pretty impressive. At this point in time, if you keep this momentum, you're probably the best team. You're probably the most dangerous team in the AFC. Well, besides the Chiefs, obviously, because maybe the Colts. And number 12, I have the 49ers, who are currently 8-7, going down 2 spots. Good job, 49ers. You lost on Thursday Night Football to the Tennessee Titans. Barely. But at the same time, that now puts you dangerously close to being eliminated from the playoffs. Or not really eliminated, but cut out. So, just come on, 49ers. Hold on. You could be a very dangerous team come playoff time. You have the players. They're practically pieced together, but you have like 10 pieces in that friggin' 300-piece puzzle you just had to put in. Next, at number 11, we're going all the way up. The Cardinals. How the heck are you out of the top 10 now? I'll tell you why. You lost very, very badly to the Colts, who were very injured, so good luck making the playoffs, or not the playoffs, far in the playoffs. If you're gonna lose to a very injured Colts team. Defensively, I mean, offensively, I think they're missing like their O-line, but yeah. Entering the top 10, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who are currently 9-6. Is it? Oops. Hit my microphone. Is this real? Are the Bengals actually doing this well? I don't think anyone, maybe like 1%, 2%, if you're lucky, predicted the Bengals would win the division or make the playoffs, or both. And look at them. They're right there. I believe Pittsburgh plays both the Ravens and the Browns. So, more than likely, one team will be eliminated this week from winning the division. And then, you guys don't even necessarily need to win. Well, I mean, you do, but yeah. Come on, Bengals. Just finish the season out strong. At number 9, I have the Patriots going down 2 spots. It's a shame. New England, you lost like 33-21 to the Buffalo Bills. You lost yourself the division. Now you're sitting in the 6th seed, very dangerously close to being out of the playoffs. You guys, you have the best head coach of all time, arguably. You can pull it together. You have the Dolphins to play one more time, and I don't know the other person, but I don't even know if focusing on the division is what matters right now. I think you guys just want to confirm you can make the playoff. Speaking of the Bills, at number 8, I have the Buffalo Bills. The Bills going up 5 spots. A pretty dominant but close win against the Patriots is what you need to really bounce back. Show yourself we can be that team in the division. We can be the team that dominates for 20 seasons. Well, if Josh Allen plays that long, who knows? Yeah, you guys looked amazing that game. You utilized the run game. If you play like that every week, you're going to continue where you left off last season. Well, hopefully not, because, it'd be pretty bad if you lost in the championship game. At number 7, I have the Titans. Yet to go up 2 spots. Good job, Titans. You won against the Cardinals. Wait, no, you didn't. The 49ers, excuse me. You're playing like one of the better teams in the league, but at the same time, I'm noticing some flaws in you. If you can, once again, you're like the 49ers, put those final few pieces in the puzzle, and you'll be good to go. Come on, Tennessee. I'm rooting for you. Not as a fan, but, I don't know, someone who just would like to see the Titans succeed, because I'm really not trying to see a Patriots Buccaneers Super Bowl or a Buccaneers Chiefs Super Bowl. I don't really care who's in the AFC as long as the fucking Buccaneers aren't in it in the NFC, because you know how boring it is every year, Tom Brady? You might enjoy it, but us fans don't. At number 6, I have the Colts, who stay the same. Good job, Colts. You won. Yeah. That's all that really needs to be said. You were very injured and you beat one of the better teams in the league, although they haven't been playing like it. But I think you could go far in the playoffs, especially if you get healthy. At number 5, I have the Rams going down 3 spots. Those costly mistakes really almost cost you the game. You just held on, though. If Matthew Stafford doesn't throw interceptions to, I believe it was Anthony Barr, you guys win that game pretty dominantly, but it's okay. You're still in. You've clinched a playoff spot, and you're leading your division currently. At number 4, I have the Buccaneers staying the same. Good job, Tampa Bay. You beat the Panthers, but I kind of expected that. I mean, Tom Brady knows Sam Darnold probably better than anyone at this point when it comes down to playing against them. You won, and you clinched your division. You're currently the 4 seed in the conference. But I don't really think where it matters where you are. You're still probably going to make a run. At number 3, I have the Packers going down 2 spots. You guys need to finish that game I don't care how much you were up by, the fact that they almost came back is scary and you couldn't get anything going. Pull it together in the second half and you'd be the number one team. You're the best team in the NFL record-wise. If you win out, or if you win one and the Cowboys lose one, you've already clinched the number one seed. So, just continue to do what you do. At number 2, I have the Cowboys going up 3 spots. Good job, Cowboys. A very dominant win, 56-14 over the Washington football team. I believe you scored like 42 points in the first half. Mind-blowing. Like, you're making a case for best team in the NFL at this point. I like what you're doing. And at number 1, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, 11-4. They got to go up 2 spots. Yeah, the Chiefs just played very good football, and pull out the Steelers. Very good team. But that's gonna do it. Let me know if you enjoyed. I certainly did. Let me know who you changed specifically, like if you'd raise this team up or down. And I probably won't really edit this video very much because I do have a very busy day today. Because this is my last week of winter break, so I am doing a lot of studying, and I'm working ahead on YouTube because school does take a lot of time and effort. So yeah, but I am also going somewhere today, so maybe next week, which will more than likely be our last regular season power ranking. I'll hopefully be able to put more effort into editing. It's just I'm very busy today. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.